The way I can describe it is you're living in a nightmare because there are things and people and voices and faces and images which aren't real, but to me they are more real than anything else. I thought for a good few weeks that I was being followed by a guy, and then the guy came into the house wearing a mask, was very aggressive and vicious towards me. This guy I still see now, but he's not real. It's completely in my head. Oh, rock, they call me crazy too. You got 50 years on me. But I don't know what it is to become more than to be sitting right there by the only thing that you have left me. But there is positive aspects to it. And yeah, it does help me write songs. I've written lots of songs about it. It makes me a lot more creative because when you have that all going on in your head, it's really cool to be able to write it down and sing about it.
Remind me of Tori Amos. Do you like Tori Amos?
Yeah, I do, yeah. That's a compliment. Yeah. Coming from you, oh my God.
I really did.
It's very sophisticated. I would struggle to play along with it, to be honest, unless I'd actually have to write all the chords down and make sure I knew exactly what was going on. She takes you on a bit of a journey in her songs. I think that second song, which had a lovely intro, and then you had it at the end, it was like a little story.
And she's not afraid to speak about her experience, you know. And for me personally, that they're the artists that I prefer.
I do think she'll get a lot out of it.
Definitely.
I definitely want to put her forward, that's for sure.
Definitely, I totally second that.
I'm in Bournemouth with singer and political activist Billy Bragg, who suggests that Soweto and I check out 24-year-old Theon Coleman.
Some people, they like to talk, and they call me a criminal, just a number. But like everyone, I've made some mistakes, so why the F are you still judging me? Just give me a break. I could sit and say, ooh, music's my life, music's my this, music. But a lot of people say that and it's quite fluffy. So all I can say is before music, I was selling crack and brown in my local community, and I was selling weed and I was selling coke, and then, do you know what I mean? So I'm not doing that anymore. So it's that's changed my life around. After 6 months of moving fast like the Grand Prix, now I'm here chilling with the guys for the BBC. I'm a man Goldie, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I tried to freestyle it then, but flopped it, but let me carry on. And just maybe, you might pick me to be on the BBC. And just maybe, you just give me the chance to shine, because this is my time, this is my time, this is my time. I was in prison, and they were giving out these guitars, and I thought, yeah, cool, I want a guitar to learn. But I didn't really know how to play at all. Like, quite frustrating, and it really hurts your fingers. But like everyone, I've made some mistakes, so why the F are you still judging me? Just give me a break.
Basically, Joe Guitar Doors is a project that raises money to buy guitars, to donate to prisoners that are doing rehabilitation work for music. You know, if you're in a prison situation and you've got access to a musical instrument, a guitar, and the ability to play that for a little while every day, it allows you to kind of just escape for a moment, and that sort of self-expression helps to build self-confidence, and low self-esteem has been shown to play a very big part in reoffending.
I mean, the good thing as well, that from your experience, I mean, you haven't, and I've seen the way you talk about it and the way you speak about what happened to you and how you get to where you are now, and you've not come out of it with a kind of gangster attitude to it. It's not a glamorous thing, prison. It's not like I was in Nick and blah, blah, blah. You know, and that's one of the good things about all of our Joe Guitar Doors graduates, you know. Yeah, they have a redemptive story.
Yeah, and you're doing things, you're actually creating things at a ground level. That is definitely going to set you head and shoulders above just another rhymer.
I think my ability is okay. I'm not anything special, but because I play all different instruments, I don't play like one and specialise in one. I want to be better, you know. I want to be able to play the piano like really well, you know, but it's just having the opportunities and the people around me to be able to do that. Lord, can you grant me with a serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and courage to change the things I can, but the wisdom to know the difference.
If he can get through into the band and work with the other musicians, I think it'd be really good for him, because if he has one failing, he's got too many ideas. He's like, wow, you know. I mean, I think he'd be a great contributor, but he'd really be a great learning curve for him.
For me, I think he's a very interesting person, and whilst I know more dexterous guitarists, more flamboyant rappers, there's no one I've met on this journey yet with more kind of leadership quality. Someone who's actually a fire starter, who's making stuff happen. You can find talent, you can find dexterity, skill, but if that fire isn't there, that's the hardest thing to inject into somebody's character. He's really driven.
He reminds me of a kind of guy that if someone's stuck on an idea, he'll keep trying different ways until he gets it. It just feels like that.
Problem solver.
He is a problem solver.
Dion's the man.
Okay. My team and I continue to jam our way around the country, meeting many young people looking for a break in the music industry.
The street is calling me.
These guys go from city to city, pillar to post. They're going to pretty much handpick some of like the best and most creative people around. For me to be part of that, I'd be like, thank you.
If I got selected, it'd kind of just help me get a decent insight into the music industry and kind of look where I can be.
If I could play with, like, in a band with Goldie and that, oh man, it's unbelievable.
When I say people, you say army. And after months of searching, my team of mentors put together their shortlists.
We are soldiers by the roadside, last fucked up, but on the ground we are riders, we crab like.
We have been set an almost impossible task here. We've been going around the country, looking at different people from different backgrounds, different musical styles, different instruments, and trying in our heads to imagine how that's going to work at the end when we don't even know what Goldie's got in mind.
The truth is, I haven't got any sense yet of what this band is ultimately going to look or sound like. But what I do know is that I want the music the band creates to have a powerful and personal message. Music is a kind of language for me, and when I became a producer, I wrote a track called Mother to express how I felt about being put into care at the age of 3.
When I put him in care, yeah, they did judge me. But the same people didn't understand the life that I was having when my door was closed. The man that I was with, he was abusive and whatever to me and the kids. And no way was I going to let him abuse. If he would have been there, he would have got the same. And he would never have been Goldie. He would have been battered and thrown up corners and no dinner. If we get no money, we had no dinner. So.
I couldn't tell my mum in words. I couldn't look at her for years about it, about what Mother was about. All I could do was make it to her, make her listen to it. So, I mean, the power of that, you know what I mean? It's a very powerful alchemy to be able to make something ultimately, which is trying to say to my mother, I know what you've gone through, but this is my journey, what I've gone through. This is what Mother means to me.